come on hold. You should have more staff. And you should be using other airlines, not just...
I'm a flight attendant. On my overnight, it's super late, but I have been seeing all these videos because it's meal time that is going on, and I don't think people fully grasp just how bad it is on the end of the workers. And I feel so bad for everybody caught in the middle of this, but there is no excuse for treating another human being this way. The guy on the right at one point says, I know that this is your company's failure or malfunction or something like that. He goes, but you're the mouthpiece. This gentleman is not the mouthpiece. They have whole media teams for that. Ed Bastian, the CEO of Delta Airlines, he made like $34 million last year. Robert Esom over at American Airlines made something like $24 million. Scott Kirby over at United made over, $14 million or something like that. And then, Bob Jordan at Southwest was like $9.8 million. Those are the mouthpieces of the company. They should be the ones answering for everything that's happening. And yes, I know that it was a technological malfunction through the actual computer system and things. But look at these numbers that I am telling you. Millions upon millions of dollars. They could allocate funds appropriately instead of paying millions to these CEOs. They could be putting it back into their infrastructure to not necessarily prevent something like this from happening fully, but to at least have a system in place for when it does and to have better support for their operations agents. Because right now there isn't any. And instead they're just getting yelled at. And then the guy in the red, he tells us the operations agent and says, you guys should have more people working and you should be working with other airlines, like essentially to get us rebooked. That's not how it works. I don't know where this idea came from. I think this used to happen like a long, long time ago, that maybe airlines were able to rebook people on other airlines. That doesn't happen anymore. Their systems do not communicate in that way. And as to this whole idea of you should have more people out here working, yes, they absolutely should. But you know why they can't? Because the CEOs are getting paid $34 million a year. That's where those funds are going. You cannot pay more hourly workers when you are paying out so many millions to those one or two people at the very top. There is no excuse for ever treating anybody like this. Stop yelling at operations agents and flight attendants and TSA. It's like, we did not have anything to do with this. There's people at Delta who are sleeping on the floors of airports. They cannot be released. They're not pay protected. They have so many things that they are going through right now. And then you have people screaming at them like this. There are like groups of flight attendants who are banding together to help the flight attendants who are being stranded because the company has essentially abandoned them.